Hi, welcome to the Family Resource Center. My name is Anne Marie Diaz, and I'm the program coordinator. In honor of World Mental Health Day, we're sharing a short presentation on parents' own well being and the positive influence it has in our children's lives. So, parents' own well being, your own well being isn't just a nice to have, it isn't selfish, it shouldn't be the last priority. And in fact, your family need you to prioritize yourself for their own benefit. When you take care of you, your child's mental health is responded to also. Your well being is something you need to be intentionally prioritizing every day and actually assessing every day. You may think, I don't have the time for it. There are so many other things needing attention. The answer is yes, you do have the time, but you will have to get maybe creative in how you achieve it and may have to delegate some things or make sacrifices in certain ways to shift your lifestyle and make it a priority. So, this is a nice way and an easy way for parents or anybody to think about well being. We call it the ABCs of well being. Now, ABC of Wellbeing is meant to be an easy checklist, an assessment of how you're caring for yourself, seeing it as a responsibility. It stands for A for activities, B for body, C for connection. It means doing more of what fills your cup. So, those are your activities that nourish your mind and your well being. Body, all about what nourishes your body. And for connection, what deepens meaningful connections for you. So let's talk a little bit more about activities. As I said, these are those cup fillers, nourishes your mind, your sense of well-being. It can be as simple as the way you talk to yourself. You are the only person that will always be with you. And so your mind, your thoughts, and the way you speak to yourself, encourage yourself, take accountability, and bounce back are all valuable, as are the books you read, the content you consume, engaging in passion projects, praying, journaling, whatever it might be that really speaks to you. Definitely an attitude of gratitude definitely is a good positive response to many negative things we might experience. Seeing what is going well for us in our life is very important too. Now, it's not just about doing more or trying to fit in more things, it's also about doing less things. So it could be delegation of errands, unfollowing toxic pages, or practicing consuming positive news updates also. And not just the overconsumption of drama or negative news, as sometimes we're overwhelmed with. And children can also be involved in these too. It helps to create that culture of showing interest in positive activities. But it's also nice to have time just for you, also. Now, body. What should you be doing that might nourish your body? So, thinking simple. Am I getting enough sleep? If not, how could I get better quality sleep? Am I eating nourishing foods, proteins, leafy greens, fruits? Am I moving my body regularly? Dancing, walking? And this all can include children too. And again, it creates more meaningful connections with the whole family or involved as a unit. And just like activities, actually doing less is helpful too. Maybe less drinking, less smoking, less processed foods, less sitting. So thinking about what might you need to do more of, what might you actually need to eliminate from your lifestyle. And then C, connection. Again, what are you doing more of? What could you do less of? Are you connecting with those you love and making time, quality, fun, positive time? This includes dates with your partner, your spouse, time out with friends, and includes quality time with your family, with your children. It can mean taking challenging moments, which happen in all parents' lives, moments of conflict, which are inevitable, and choosing to use them as opportunities for connection. Disconnecting too is important from things that disrupt your peace, toxic messages, over overuse of screen time, or maybe even people causing disruptions, poor influences in your life. And again, this is great modeling for your child and making them a part of this also. So, how can a parent start to build this into their life and make sure that they're taking care of themselves? It's really about being realistic and very selective, building it into your routine. It's easy to put yourself last, forget about what you actually need. But when you build it into your schedule, you're more likely to make it happen. As parents, we all have schedules, we have routines, we have what we need to do that day in terms of dropping children off, doing various errands. Think about what's realistic. Just as you would fit in your tasks in your work schedule, fit in how you're taking care of yourself, and adding it to a routine that already exists can make it easier. So start off with writing a list of activities, some of which I've already shared that you might want to add to your list, that are meaningful to you, ways to care for you, your body, methods of connection that make sense for you, that you need, whilst being, again, selective and realistic. Choosing those top ones, because sometimes when you do everything, none of it might happen, right? So choose those top ones you would want in your daily, weekly, or monthly routines and schedules. Build it in, and eventually it will become part of your routine, become a habit. So, this is really meaningful. Like I said, you taking care of you, it does wonders for your mental health, making good lifestyle choices. It's great modeling for your family, for your children. It builds a culture of health and well being and a foundation for strong family values. And you become a family that values well being and taking care of yourself and recognizing this is a responsibility that each of us in our family hold for ourselves and for one another. I take care of me because I also take care of you. Now, a bit more on the connection part of ABC. Building strong relationships with children build strong children. They build strong parents too. And so, a useful strategy to build a bond with your child is through their natural communication, which is play, entering their world. With any child or teen, it is simply asking open ended questions, which can be in a playful way, showing interest in their interests. Tell me more about those dinosaurs. Tell me more about your favorite Captain Underpants program. For younger children, it's using playing with toys, it's building forts, it's having fun. With older kids, it might be playing video games, engaging in their favorite sport with them, their favorite activity, or having them teach you something that they're strong at. That will really boost their confidence. And by doing all of this, you're not only building a bond and strong relationships, you're getting a more confident child. They are able to express their bodies, their minds with you in a safe way. And this is great practice to do so in other environments. They'll feel more confident no matter where they are. Now, another great tool, a great formula for when engaging with a child that's struggling during a difficult time. And the emotion can be disappointment, jealousy, anxiety, frustration, anger, sadness, whatever it may be. Validation plus empowerment is a powerful formula. It should be a part of every conversation when managing a hard time with children. Consider it a method of emotion coaching. A child and teen, they deserve to be empathized with and to be reminded that they can bounce back. So validate their experience, comfort them, and when they appear more emotionally regulated or a bit more on the neutral side, you can then boost them, empower them to rise above. So statements like, "Oh, that sounds really challenging. But I know you can also do hard things. I'm sorry this is so disappointing. I know you can get through this." Oh, how frustrating. I can't wait to see, though, how you solve this because I believe in you. So these kinds of messages validate the emotion that they're experiencing, but it also empowers them to go through and rise above. And then even having them repeat empowering statements to themselves that work for them can help to strengthen that sense of resiliency in your child too. And that is what you get when you emotion coach and you validate and you empower, is you get a more resilient child. Now, of course, if those emotions become negative behaviors that just, earn consequencing, of course, that can be fed into it too. You can even say, I get that you're frustrated. This is not how we behave. This is not how we treat one another. So, you're getting consequence by a timeout or whatever the case may be. And so, of course, us at the Family Resource Center can help you as you go through this, because this might not be a natural way of parenting or a natural way of supporting your child. We can support you. And one final one is another one, which is harder than you might think or harder than it might sound, but we get what we focus on. And so when we focus solely on negative behaviors and we're overly stuck maybe in consequencing and correcting, we actually get the opposite of what we want. We actually get more of those negative behaviors. But when we shift and spot the positive behaviors we want to see more of from our children, we praise them for those and get them to also recognize in themselves what they do well. We get a child that makes good choices, makes better choices. They're less likely to make the wrong choice or the negative choice, right? They feel good, we feel good. And so simple statements like, thank you for coming to get ready when I asked, well done, or great effort you've put into your homework. Recognizing effort over attainment is always great, as well as statements that encourage their own reflections. How does it feel when you do things the right way? How does it feel putting in great effort and helping out with dinner? You must feel so good when you make good choices. What do you think? And so getting them to process and connect for themselves how they genuinely feel and articulate their strengths, they will actively look for more opportunities to make good choices. And so, like I said, this might seem easier said than done, but we as parenting practitioners at the Family Resource Center, we work with parents. We offer free individualized support as well as our programs. And so parents often use the collaborative space that we provide to them to develop simple solutions to common parenting issues or develop tools and strategies to manage more complex goals. And I've even had clients that say, wow, why didn't I think of this before? Or, what's gotten in my way of doing this before? But the truth is, you don't have a space in your life like what we offer to sit with a professional to go through areas of your family life that could improve, and some of which may be simple and some of which, like I said, might be a bit more complex. They might require consistent and challenging effort to overcome. And so having a parenting practitioner in your corner really does help encourage you to meet your goals, affect positive developments within your family life, and just feel overall healthier, happier in your family and in your choices. And so we thank you for being here with us today and encourage you to connect with us. There is a QR code on the screen. Feel free to go ahead and scan that. That'll take you directly to registration with our services. We are a sister agency of the Counseling Center. So if you'd like to also engage in their therapeutic, individualized, and group services, please make us aware of that also. Thank you, and happy World Mental Health Day.